Okay, so it's go time over here. What's up, everybody? It's Conor Holway, the director and executive producer of Apple Cinema, the movie. And before I move on, just want to let you know a couple things. You can watch the movie on our YouTube channel right now. Go give it a spin. And Jack and I thought it would be valuable to give you guys some scene breakdowns and just maybe a little bit of insider info on how some of these scenes went down, some of our thoughts that went into it, because truthfully, that's what I like some of my favorite directors and producers. That's what I like. I like it when they do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, additionally, please, if you like the movie, just share it with a friend. That's all we ask. We're not asking you to buy anything off of us. We just think this movie is going to grow super organically. So if you like the film, again, it's a 48-minute watch. Please just share it with a friend. That's all I'm asking. We really spilled our soul on this thing, and hope you enjoy it. Now, I'm going to start breaking down some scenes in the movie, some of the thoughts that went into it, and I might ramble a little bit, but I have some points here that I want to read out. And so I'm doing a little screen recording over here too. Now, again, the movie's 48 minutes long, so every scene matters. You know what I'm saying? There's no like real extra B-roll here or anything extra to make the movie look good. We try to just keep it as concise as possible. So I'm going to start on the first scene. The time code is like roughly 9:44, okay? And this scene in post-production we called Meet Xander. This is the Meet Xander scene. Hey, Xander.
Good evening. Welcome to Apple Cinema, the premier theater experience in Boston. And remember, at Apple Cinema, you can't believe everything you see.
Not the Vaseline. Not the Vaseline, brother.
It's just a movie!
All right, I'm going to hold it there. So, a couple points. Now, I'm just pulling up my notes real quick over here in the corner. So, let me just rewind it back to like 9:49-ish, 9:46. So, one thing I'll tell you, there are a couple shots in the movie that eat me alive. Totally eat me alive. Because essentially, Jack and I, we watched through this movie thousands of times. And so you watch it so many times, you provide so many edits that you're trying to perfect it or get as close to perfection as possible. And this slider shot in on Xander kills me. If you look real close, it shakes just a little bit off the corners. So what we did is we put a pretty heavy stabilizer on it, but it still shakes a little bit and it really fucking bothers me, if I'm being honest with you. And additionally, if you look in this frame, look over here. There's daylight. Can you see that daylight that hits? So we tried to minimize that light as much as possible to make it seem like this scene was during the night, but we really couldn't just isolate this color because it was sitting behind this glass. So it was something we kind of just had to rock with. Also, if you look closely, in this shot specifically, you can see it later in the frame too. Look at this Purell bottle. If you look closely, we actually had Jack finesse it, and it says Derek's hand sanitizer, and we got Derek the Deer on there. So you can zoom in and peep that. Now, that's my first point, is just that the shakiness of the shot kills me. Okay, so right here, boom. Look at this frame. I see one incredibly handsome man, and then I also see two tube lights right here. Now, I think Frank did a really good job blending in these tube lights to make it look like they were actually part of the environment in the theater. But, these are added lights right here. They give the shot a little bit more depth. And additionally, if you guys fast forward to the movie to that scene where Benny Congo's character is looking through the hole in the glass, there's a hole that we put in the nylon lighting here in the door. So there was, in all of these shots, there was a hole in this door. And it just fucking killed me, man. Killed me. So it took us like an extra 2 weeks to literally eliminate this tiny little hole right here in the door. But if you look here, it just seems like it's all the way matted down. But in actuality, if we get rid of all the VFX and all the color, there's a little hole right there in the door.
Hey, Xander.
So pause right here, right about 10 minutes. FC Stars. You're from Boston. I wouldn't say you probably heard of FC Stars, but it's a popular club soccer team. And I grew up in Lincoln, Mass, and club soccer was like kind of a big deal if you were on a club team. And FC Stars for girls and boys was kind of like that team. It was like, yo, you want to be on FC Stars. And I actually got cut from that team twice. I was a goalkeeper, got cut twice. Pretty devastating because a lot of my friends made the team. Anyway, that's what happened here. I just figured with the top, what could we put in the movie that people from around here would understand? People from out of town might kind of get what it is, but people from in town are like, oh shit, I know FC Stars. I know someone who played for FC Stars.
Good evening. Welcome to Apple Cinema, the premier theater experience in Boston. And remember, at Apple Cinema, you can't believe everything you see. It's just a movie!
So, you guys, really dissect this real quick, okay? Really dissect the movie here. You can't believe everything you see. It's just a movie. I was trying my best to give you guys Easter eggs this entire time. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to... we got Xander over here saying, you can't believe everything you see. It's just a movie. And then he goes on a killing spree at the end. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to Easter egg everything the whole time. Now, there's a couple things I want to go over. So one, the Xander character came up because we met someone in a movie theater who was like incredibly positive, and we were like, yo, that dude could be a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? And then we kind of morphed his character a little bit. I truthfully was watching Fallout Red Star. They did a short film, and they had this like fried character who was wearing these goggles, who was just like fried. And I thought we could blend those characters a little bit, but then also just give him this like mean streak. So that was part of it. And then additionally, people keep asking me like, so like, was this all about COVID? Was like this outbreak all about COVID? No, it was not all about COVID. I started writing this in like January or December of 2017 or January of 2018. And to be honest, I was like, I knew I want to put an apocalypse in Boston, but I don't know what type. So when we started formulating the screenplay, I was like, maybe we'll try to add like 4 or 5 types of apocalypses. So like, there's some sort of something divine about it. There's a natural disaster. Comet comes and hits the tank. There's this like radioactive haze, and there's also zombies. I figured like, can we try to kind of combine all of them? You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of what happened as the process went on. We just never really had like a set apocalypse. And the only thing we really changed during production, because we shot all of this during COVID, was one line from Ramiro where he was like, Boston's has the best hospitals in the world. We could handle a deadly virus. So that was the only thing we really changed through COVID.
I'm Xander, the premier box office attendant here at Apple Cinema. May I ask, how has your experience been with us thus far?
Now, I'll tell you guys, during this scene, I was fucking hungry, man. Like, I was probably 170 pounds during this whole shoot because I wanted to give off that, like, damn, this boy's fucking starving vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got to leave. If I was like the 200 pounds I am right now, I just don't think the character would be as believable. So I was really hungry, and I was actually incredibly agitated the whole time. So acting like this wasn't tough. I remember Drew was like, dude, like, are you okay? Like, do you want to get something to eat? And I was like, bro, let's just fucking finish this fucking scene. And yeah, so I was really hungry this whole time.
Just like every other day in this godforsaken theater, we've been stuck here for 3 years. I was just making out with a cardboard cutout of Wonder Woman in my corner, and I
love this shot, how his like face gets mad weak here. Like, that's fucking hilarious. Okay, so look, Easter egg right here. Easter egg. The key. The fucking key. Look at the Vaseline. The key. The key I bought this off Amazon. The key, just Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? This key, you have a close-up of this shot. You know this thing is going to come back in later. Why do we need to pay attention to this? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just peel back the layers here and eliminate a little bit of the mystery of the movie. Now, again, Usher to Theater 6, Theater 6, Theater 6.
Before we go, I do have one question.
Where were you?
Where were you during the outbreak?
For the 400th time, Xander, I was.
And there's that classic, that zoom transition that brings us into the flashbacks. It's a radial zoom transition, as you can see here. And yeah, that was not my idea. That was Jack's idea, because he was like, dude, this storyline is non-linear and we need to try to create something that is consistent. So when people watch it, they understand like, yo, you're clearly in a flashback. So that's what happened here. And then we are in the coach and the dad flashback. So that's the scene. That's my little bit of a scene breakdown on the Meet Xander scene. And next, I'm going to get into the group huddle flashback. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And again, if you like the movie and you enjoy what you see, please just share it with a friend. That is all we ask. And again, working hard on trying to get this thing on a bigger distributor and a bigger platform. So all love.